И снова здравствуйте. Я не помню, что я делал в этой игре, на чем остановился, но сейчас буду по ходу разбираться. Так. У меня долгий привал, да? А, мы убили... Я вспомнил, мы убили магистров. Магистров захерачили.
It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course.
Иди, я за тобой.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
То, что... За нас.
Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
А почему здесь нет варианта диалога с темным соблазном? То есть она помнит свои воспоминания в детстве, но... Чё, блядь, подожди.
You must have an extraordinary affinity for the darkness. I'm jealous. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Sounds like you just need a little more liquid inspiration. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us.
Я хочу... Почему она не делится этим темным соблазном? Это очень странно.
Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. What? I know. But you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night. Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
Ну, допустим. Полобызаемся. Давай, в десна. Ща. Ну, блин. Самое интересное просто издалека показываю.
That didn't hurt, did it?
Боль того стоила.
Good to know. For the future. Let's head back.
Почему она не... Ну, типа, тут интимная обстановочка, да? Вроде как сблизились уже. Почему она не расскажет про темного соблазна? Все-таки я, типа, отыгрываю персонажа, который противостоит этому. Ну, это, конечно, не как Слайзель.
All's well, I hope. No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed.
Сначала ты.
I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Fine. What's on your mind? Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common.
Так, я этот диалог не буду заканчивать, просто потому что я хочу Карла. Но не удержался. И дотянулся до губ твоих сладких. Брюнеточка моя.
Soldier.
Чтоб Карлах помочь, надо этот найти. Адский металл. Так, где я вообще нахожусь? Ага. У наемников. Вымершей... Я помню, что в вымершей деревне есть один адский слиток. И он находится где-то здесь. Ой, блин. Я постоянно кашлять буду, что ли, теперь. Он где-то здесь находится.
Wouldn't blame the gobs. Place looks like it's been abandoned a good while. But hey, maybe we can scare up a few dusty bottles of wine somewheres.
I like your way of thinking. Split any takings we find?
Sister, you've got a deal.
Прекрасно, блядь.
Weapon blueprints that use Sousa bark. Rare find. There's only one place I'm finding the Sousa tree. The Underdark.
Супер. Вот, да.
Infernal metal. That's what my engine's made of. Hang on to that.
Так, теперь мы идем в окрестности изумрудной рощи. Так.
Need anything else? Of course. But please,
Чуть
remember,
новый продаешь?
you're not the only one in need.
Пу-пу-пу. Ну, хуету. Хуету продает. Хотя... Припасы есть. У него только припасы есть. Ну, херня, да. Херня. Красок до херища. Никаких эликсиров нет.
Sylvanus be with you.
Сам ты анус. Пойдем с кузнецом побазарим. Че это они тут встали?
My thunder wave will make quick work of any goblin. Just you wait.
Ага.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove. You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
There. Done.
Здорово.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallogized demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. But I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of this. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe
Немного
someone's
тихо,
arm
мне
off one of
кажется,
these
игра.
days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey, soldier. I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him? Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid.
Оставлять уж, прости, будешь
I don't
сама.
think there are
Слава
thick enough
моей
gloves in all the
подружке.
realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlak. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way, What I wouldn't do for better tools.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Do you want to?
Еще как.
I'd like that. Now, let's find that infernal iron before I overheat.
Детка, не дразни меня. Так, ладно. Тут попозарили. В принципе, на поверхности я все вроде сделал, да? Ну, сейчас я по мелочи еще сделаю кое-что. Магистров убил.
Seems simple enough.
We're exposed now.
Осталось только пойти на этот, на тетушку. Но пока рановато. Я хочу как-то посильнее еще стать. То мне надо Академию пойти, посетить и Гримфордсу заодно.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense. A low thought, but I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that, but they've already let you pass once. It doesn't sit well with me either. But to get these people to safety, there's nothing I won't do. You'd be well rewarded for the risk. But if that won't sway you, there's nothing more to discuss. Scouts yet?
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those...
Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road, goblins or no. What is it?
Так, нет. Короче, надо в лагерь гоблин получать метки. А, кстати, Медвесыч. Он здесь.
Or be you beheaded. Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden.
We're still just a babe.
Name is
Don't
Draw
feel like
Raglan,
messing
his
with it
voice
is all.
absolute. With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, Draw Raglan, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Raglan, the true soul, had led you glad.
You! Move off!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I? Huh?
Wait a tick! That a friend of yours?
Certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying!
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am Draw Ragslin. Comtuous. Draw Ragslin.
You broke him!
Wait. Draw Ragslin. We play. We.
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now look what you've done.
Come on! But it's massive!
Of course, man.
We're
still just a babe.
Idiot!
It don't feel right messing with it is all. Right, yes. Not fool me.
Well, now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts? Don't hang about, do ya? Maybe that serves you well out fighting beasties, but this ain't that. This is chicken chasing. It's got feathers, don't it? A beak. Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not? Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird. Fancy yourself, do you? Care to pin that claim down with some coin? We got the coin. We got the challenger. Now we just need the crowd, eh? Move your eyes!
Hurt me. Run. Where?
Fight him back.
Я не хочу суеты.
Chase that thing!
Ну класс.
Don't care how pissed off it is. Get that out there.
Ну класс.
Don't care how pissed off it is. Get
Run. Get me.
F5. Не хочу по 20 раз потом роль. Критический провал. Слава богу, я додумался засейвиться на этом моменте.
Run. Get me. Safe. There. Run.
Keep going.
Идейшее.
That's the game done. Come here. Well, looky! That thing works even better in a chicken. Reckon we won't eat it after all. Pardon? You're what? Think you misunderstood, mate. Ain't no winnings, 'cause only a goblin can win chicken chase. Says so in the rules.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
The Underdark? Aye, I've had littermates disappear down there. Here, your coin. We're only a joke. Rules. A joke is all. No offense meant.
Ну-ка, стой.
You got your money, right? Don't want no trouble.
Ну, не получится, ладно.
One of the Inwells pulled a dagger against me.
For discussion.
Чем он гонится?
Bloody starving.
Вот за ним!
You hungry? Dwarf's getting good and crispy.
Ну что, продаешь?
Your greatness. Something catch your eye.
Так, он припасы продает, кстати. Банки с хилками продает. Большие банки с хилками. Большие банки я возьму. Мелкие себе оставь.
Been a pleasure.
Ваше могущество. Вот именно, поклоняйся мне, пока я тебя не убил.
What? Get! Oh, sorry. I didn't know I was talking to. Excuse me. If you have a drawer inside.
There is work to do. Better start a conversation.
It's something like fresh disarm with me bare hands. We could
Понятно, это от расы зависит.
Oh, you got him good. And who are you? A half-elf, thinking you rule the world.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Everyone says that, and then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your pretty face.
End him or leave him. But don't you dare grovel to this slug.
Хочу просто посмотреть, какие варианты есть. Там кольцо. Что за кольцо? Ну-ка.
Thought so. That's more like it.
Выглядит, конечно, стрёмно, но... Чё это за кольцо? Я хочу кольцо забрать.
As your lips touch filthy
Карлах
flesh,
одобряет?
catch a whiff of lavender. The pleasant scent gives way to the muddy taste of something you try not to identify. You carefully slide the ring off.
You enjoying that? Disgusting worm. Just remember, you're nothing here.
Clever. I'd congratulate you if I could bear the sight of you.
You're just jealous. I saw the way you looked at that foot.
Что это? Кольцо хрупа. Скорость перемещения +3. Ого. Ого. Это, наверное, Лайзель дам. Ей важна скорость перемещения. потому что она у меня ближник.
Looking ahead.
Mother gone. Hungry. New home? Maybe. Got to get away from here first.
The cub seems anxious to leave, but afraid to defy the goblins. They have to be dealt with one way or the other.
А я не могу просто, ну, типа, я что-то в прошлый раз вроде как выкупал даже этого гоблина. Ну, давай посмотрим.
All right, what now? You got your money, right? Don't want no trouble. Right, go on then. Fat bird's yours. Don't need the hassle. Great chasers are dead. Bloody caught. Split foot.
Poor creature. I hope it can follow my scent.
Нихуя он носится! Это что за скорость была? Как будто на сверхзвуковой вой улетел. Давай в лагерь, блядь. Где Медвесыч? Или его тут нет пока? А шкряб где? Шкряб вот. Значит, Медвесыч не пришел еще. А куда он так рванул?
Underdark too gloomy for ya, shroom sucker.
Грибосос? Ебать, что?
Another dirt elf come to
Говноед!
boss us around, eh? I could break your face. Don't matter who he was. He ain't nothing but a stain now. Just like you'll be if you don't clear off. Yeah, too right. So don't go starting nothing.
На, тебе пизда, один хуй скоро будет.
Stupid, dead bastard! Give him a good kicking! He deserves it! He killed my mum and dad! Made a bloody orphan of me!
This is no place for a child.
I ain't bothered about it. Better off without them. Stupid old geezers should have put up more of a fight. Don't mean we can't enjoy putting the boot into this prick a stick, though.
With the
You've
flick of the
seen one
wrist.
of them nose up close. Proper scary.
I'm talented.
Undergarment.
Простите.
I'll give it a shot.
Сейчас получим два очень важных бафа. Не, один очень важный и второй такой, полуважный, скажем. Полуважный — это печать Абсолют. А очень важный, там придется в Садомаза чуть-чуть поиграть. F5 нажму, чтобы не заруинить.
Absolute's looking out for me now. Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arms so I can mark your flesh.
Так, насколько я помню... Блять, короче. Я неправильно сделал. Надо было отряд отсоединить весь. Их куда-нибудь подальше закинуть. Просто по одному приходить к ней, клеймиться, уходить. А я по-тупому сделал.
I ain't never felt so strong.
С самого начала хотя бы.
Musky bloody racket. Absolute's looking out for me now.
I ain't never felt so strong.
Now here's somebody's Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arms so I can mark your... You ready? Brace yourself.
Да.
Hold.
As Peda, the vision dissolves
Отлично.
away, you stand before the goblin. Her faith floods it.
Works. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls got...
Получили печать.
Light on my feet. What's next? Onward.
Сейчас надо всех проклеймить.
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. No, Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. You ready? Brace.
As Peda, the vision dissolves away.
Maybe I can help with...
Without delay. Last time for chatter.
No, Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. You ready? Break.
As Peda, the vision dissolves away.
Maybe I can help with...
Так. Карлах.
We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelps start singing, we'll know who sent them.
Oi.
Кто там остался у меня? Старион, Гейл и Уилл, да? Чтобы проклеймить. То есть мне надо, по сути, полную пачку поменять.
Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. You ready? Brace yourself.
As Peda, the vision dissolves away.
Maybe I can help with...
What the
Let
hell?
me at it. Have a lot on my mind.
Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Oi, so much fun that those thieves almost...
How much further can I go? Good time for a chat.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another
Нет,
artifact.
это нужная вещь.
And soon.
Защитные наручи. Ну, на монаха бы, кстати, нормально бы, наверное, пошли. Хотя можно что-нибудь из этого подарить. Вот это вот, например.
Thank you. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you.
Ну-ка, давай.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company.
Ты ебался с богиней? О, да.
Mind and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch
Вот
more
кто
than the surface
ебал
of the weave.
богов, а не этот ваш Кратос,
Mystra
блядь.
keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in, into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways. That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Так.
Speak.
Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed.
Hey, soldier. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fine.
Sergeo's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets,
Иронично.
but that's something I should
Иронично.
know.
Про секреты говорит Shadowheart. Серьезно?
If you're sure.
Да, я так хочу.
Fine.
Я просто не знаю. Все, наверное, мне не понадобятся, но почему бы нет?
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire. People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen. What? Look, I swear I won't come after you. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during as am I. I'm start. Lead on.
Так. Стрион. Уилл.
Well met. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power: courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. We can have all for it, but it won't so much as chip one of her nailed claws. She'll escape to the Hells, and if we succeeded, my life would be taken in exchange. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can, I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet. Well met. That's the spirit.
Апати тебя не буду, извини.
How can I help?
Пошли со мной.
With pleasure. Lead up.
Так. Пора вас проклеймить, чувачки. Стрион, пошел.
Now here's somebody special. The absolute priestess gut needs to touch you. You ready?
As the vision dissolves away.
Well, maybe I can help with...
We got 'em though, eh? And once the whelps start singing, we'll know who sent them.
I might be more
Сохранюсь на всякий, просто вдруг, мало ли как-то на полудьявола как-то по-странному будут реагировать. Хотя, если что, он может и на Тивлинга типа смахивать, да?
Now here, priestess gut needs to... You ready?
As the vision dissolves away.
Maybe I could help with.
Bloody racket! Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelp starts breathing.
Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. You ready?
As the vision dissolves away.
Maybe I could help.
Отлично.
Should mind my step.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision. I'll be...
I'd like some time to talk.
Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It's...
Well met. Are you sure? And
I was hoping you'd come to chat. All right.
Look.
Hey, soldier.
It is done.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it. My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target. Nah, it'll be fine. Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with someone we want to squash, drop a coin in.
Да что ж такое?
Fuck yes. Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Блин, у меня же башка заболела.
Biggest bloody pigeon I ever saw. Look, your ladyship, Priestess Gut burned me good.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Then catch one on your own.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Да, она очень тупая, походу, да?
This Ranger better not go yapping about my pigeon. I should have turned him over to Mindora by now,
but he's such a nice little pigeon. What? Hey, Minthara don't give a cake what you think. Bah, just take him if you care so much. See if he'll sing for the likes of you, though. Bloody think. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
Во. Вот этот чел самый важный баф дает. Ну, один из самых важных. Главное не умереть.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner? I was invited to teach them some of my techniques. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But alas, these goblins seem to thrive on the crude and primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing.
Блять, все болтают.
Poor, but no. You gotta keep some.
If you insist.
Repositioning.
Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us, through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
This man is of common stock. Only the poorest of men need settle for the spectacle of their own gore.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Так.
Begin, dear one. Yes, this will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going. Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it. That's it, dear one! Let Loviatar hear you! You are doing so well! Do not give in now!
Ну-ка, F5. С преимуществом.
Yes, you can, child. Take the pain and offer it up to Loviatar. Offer it all. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I am proud to have served you this penance. Oh, as did I, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Во маньяк.
I must try this technique, or perhaps this one.
На 3 хода.
On my way.
Ah, here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
pointy-haired bint explains my job to me? Think you're better? Fine. He's all yours. Muck it up, and you'll answer to the drow. Maybe she'll send you back here to take his place. Then I'll show you what I can do. Come on, Crush. There might still be a slurp of ale to be had. Sounded like he was beating something up. Yeah, beating it good.
What? The prisoner? No, no. Please. Oh, don't hurt me. You are? I need to get out of here. I don't think I can move my arm. This wasn't supposed to happen. It should have been easy. The grove. To the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please, get me out of here. I was with a group of adventurers. We came here for an artifact. It's called the Night Song. We tried to sneak past the goblins, but they ambushed us. I didn't think a pack of goblins could be so efficient. I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Leroican would reward us if we found it. It should be here somewhere. He said there was a hidden passage underneath the temple. The place was supposed to be abandoned. When we arrived, I'm not sure. All I know is there's a passageway to the Night Song. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, these shackles. I don't want to die. Halsin, I don't know. He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive. That's all I know. Please, get me out of here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Tend to your wounds, and we shall continue.
I don't get it. What's all the boring. Don't worry about the walls, KV. They won't eat anything what grows in the ground. Might still kill ya, mind.
Dane, those eyes. Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out. tried the priest, but she says the Absolute will set me right in time for the next raid. That last in with it. They were guarding some uppity noble and his friends. Not very well, mind. Your drow pals carried him off, left the real spoils to us.
Everything.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, Three.
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises. We made it squeal. Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Time for blood!
Ну, блин. Ну ладно.
I will ascend. No time to waste.
Что ты делаешь? Ну?
Come on. Can't stay idle. Time to press ahead.
Let's finish this. Got to press on. Let's make this quick.
Incoming. This'll help.
Критически. Да ну нахуй.
I will ascend. Make way.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Понял.
Got to keep fighting.
Да, блядь, ты серьезно? Дважды крит мимо? Дважды подряд крит мимо? Это бред какой-то, блядь. Дважды подряд. Я, блядь, это какой-то неуязвимый чел. Ну, это серьезно.
Fast.
Victory awaits. Got to focus. Focus straight through. I am fury. I am death. You bow or you
Handy.
Still alive.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down. You aided either way. I owe thanks. I must.
How is this possible?
Я неправильно все сделал. Мне не надо было идти. Я просто вспомнил, что мне сейчас опять со всем лагерем надо драться. А я пока не хочу. Я пока не хочу со всем лагерем драться. Хотя я в принципе могу. В принципе можно подраться, но лучше оставить его напоследок.
You are doing so well! Do not give in now!
Так. Затем...
Sweet child, I am proud to have so...
One day, I'll catch a break.
Let's try this technique.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
You what? The priest next door sounded like he was beating something.
No.
Up.
Please! You are? I need to get out of here.
The lock.
I should be able to make it to the Grove on my own. Hey, Elson! The Grove. But they ambushed us. The place was supposed to...
I'll take that.
Тут проход. Ага.
Can't keep me out.
I'm ready.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Мне еще, кстати, надо вспомнить, где находится пещера паука. Паучья дырка, так сказать, да? Охуенно, что вы именно по минам решили пробежаться. Ну, хуй с вами.
Very well. Something's on my mind.
Можно
Ready
ее...
to figure out what's going on with those shadows? Let me take a closer look. I ain't seen any.
Oi! Priestess! We want the mark!
Yes, ain't we good enough for the afternoon?
Need something? Pleasure.
Oi, come here. Are you ready to clear your head?
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking.
It's all slippery in there. What are you hiding? This ain't right.
You repel her mental probes, concealing your memories.
There's something wicked burrowed in your brain. I can't get a grip on it. Let's see what this does.
Better be cautious.
Я нихуя не понимаю.
This calls for careful footwork.
Soldier. What next? Go on.
Ну, конечно, критический промах, блядь, в который раз.
Let's go. %. Найс напал. Ну-ка. Оглушилка.
It might be useful. I've got a long road ahead.
Нет, два щита я навряд ли могу наперед.
Right tool will do the trick.
What's cooking? Shadow lag. Rat feet.
Да блядская люстра, блядь. Иди нахуй. Просто блядская люстра.
Good idea, Karlak.
Минус 27 хп. Она встала. Она же упала. Ина!
Out of sight, out of mind.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Уя.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Конечно, 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 крит промах, конечно. %99%? 1% шанс того, что я промахнусь. И я промахиваюсь. Причем критически промахиваюсь. Игра ёбнутая, блядь, на какие-то, ну... Просто пиздец. Провизия, да. Че, мне из всей этой пачки только Shadow Heart не разъебывает, да? Туманный шаг к 100. Можно туманный шаг дать Лилит, наверное, да? Это, допустим, дать Карлах.
No time to rest. Time to press ahead.
Хочу долгий отдых. Да, хочу. Ну, говно объявилось.
Ah, my good. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're mad. But tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Урка великодушия. Это все на барда. На барда саппорт, я бы даже сказал. Яйцо медведя 1040 стоит. Что-нибудь на трешку есть? 4 единицы, 4 единицы, 4 единицы, 4 единицы. 6 единиц. 4. Блять. 7. Капуста 7 стоит. Мождинки. Во.
Hey, soldier. You aren't asleep, are you? I'm buzzing, honestly. I couldn't wait to talk to you. Isn't it mad? How good life is. Thank the gods. I was afraid I was the only one. 10 years is a long time to be trapped in the hells. 10 years without a kind word. A touch. When I look at you, I feel real again. Alive. Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars.
Боги, да я бы на тебе сказал, скакал, пока ты не увидишь звезд.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't tease you, or myself. I'd give anything to touch you, but I can't. Not until I can be sure I won't burn you. I'll turn you to charcoal. Guaranteed. Around you. Tall order. But if you've got an idea, I'm all ears. I like the sound of that. My turn. And that's a promise. On that note, I better head back to my bunk. You might not be able to touch me, but you've given me a lot to think about.
Короче, из всех я, наверное, Карлов. С Карлов замутить самые прикольные, как по мне. Но это вкусовщина уже. О! А ну! Чё придумал?
Hello. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Нихуя себе игла.
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Ладно, похуй.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Терпеть боль.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket.
Бля, не будем говорить.
And begins to push.
Он как будто машину, блядь, чинит, ебать. Нихуя себе.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth,
жесть
plucking the
какая.
nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more
Помощнее,
robust
говорит.
implement.
Чё, блядь, еще помощнее нужно? Дрель, блядь.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick
Чё-то
closer
потом
to your
кирку
eye.
притащит.
Now.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap.
I agree.
Еще и
It's a fancy
постучал.
critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
Ты мне глаз выколол, сука.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Нихуя себе хирург,
Perhaps
блядь.
there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that
Вместо
old
обычного глаза
jelly
дают
you were
тебе
trained
шоколадку,
to.
блядь.
Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
Но он дал постоянный баф. Видишь? То есть, по сути, это оправдало средства. Ну, блять, как он это исполнил. У нас есть теперь постоянный баф. Видение невидимого. Как бы дебафа не дает, но можешь видеть невидимое, если там 9 метров рядом с тобой что-то есть. По мне так отлично.
That's curious. Let's move.
advice, but to what end?
That might be worth a look.
Don't give me trouble now.
Для этого нужны ловкачи в тиме.
Can't give up now.
Конечно, урона пока мало. Вернее, пока средний урон наношу, в отличие от там той же Карлах или Лайзель.
Beautiful. Lethal. The Underdark is everything I thought it'd be.
And this environ seems worthy of a Githyanki warrior's estimation.
Ah, to be deemed worthy by the great Lae'zel of Kresh Kalir.
Continue as you have, Karlach, and you will achieve the same.
Bet I can crack that open.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Repositioning.
Let's have a look. Still brewed something over there. Wonder what's past this.
Это опять на паладина.
Careful, Lae'zel. It's dark around here. Would be a terrible shame.
Опять на паладина. Шмотка.
Yes. Do keep your wits, Shadowheart. Should a dagger suddenly
Best
slice
avoid
your
that
neck,
trap.
we may never know who's to blame.
Точно, Shadowheart. Чистый урон только у нее есть.
Indolence breeds madness.
Best get going. What path lies before me? Time to press ahead.
Get back! More effort than credit where it's due.
What's cooking? Easy as.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Best be on my way.
Так.
Bet that will fit in my pack. have a look. Keeping low, unheard, unseen. Into the shadows. Found and taken. Quickly then. Never a dull moment. These boots have seen everything. Come on, open up.
Что за бред? Чё, почему мне не прокает? Вообще не прокает. С такими бонусами 20-ка не прокает. Аллилуйя. Так. Бонусы соберем.
What's hiding here?
Стали еще сильней.
Making me sweat. Hello.
At least things have stayed interesting. Always room for more.
Gods, what's happening?
And spores, and they're everywhere. Eager for battle.
Этих бочек, наверное, потом такое количество будет гигантское просто.
What in the nine hells is that?
They're coming. They're coming.
calm.
Careful. If we can hear it, perhaps it can hear us.
They're coming. You're coming.
Moving in.
Охуел.
Concentrate.
I am fury. I am death.
Well, so much for peace.
Victory awaits.
Джи, кого я бил?
That's it.
Talk to me.
Still on my feet. Time to strike.
I'm ready.
I will ascend.
Ой, ты неудачно нашел.
To do it.
На нахуй. Это еще не все. Вот это уже все.
Time to strike. Is that blood? No. What to do?
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Never a dull moment.
A long way to go still.
Let's get going. Another step forward.
useful. Broken bones. Must have fallen.
A trap. Time to dance.
Что происходит? Вообще после критического успеха такое ощущение, что он должен еще и ресурсы давать. Но не дает.
Give me trouble now.
Нет, зачем?
What's in here?
Че, ладно, давай.
Speak. I hadn't thought myself so transparent. Well, you'd be a succulent meal. I would like to have gorged. But you've been prodded and picked over like a suckling boar. I prefer fresher meat.
Тебя тут тискали как сочного поросенка. Немножко обидно было.
The Zentarim. Mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends, if you can afford them.
Забираю, дай мне все забрать.
work.
Так. Ну тут много припасов было, так что... В принципе, не зря сходил. Так, надо альт все время зажимать. Вдруг я что не увижу. Яма, джама. Ну-ка. О, приятно. Приятно. Так, и на всякий. Такое ощущение, что скоро мне Астарион понадобится.
Wasn't a bullet, was it?
Подножку. Так, это, тут мы вот так вот делаем. Никак иначе.
Shouldn't have made me careful. The mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
Опять больно.
You were swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
У владыки есть паразит.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Так, тут есть парочку торговцев, весьма важных.
I want to have a word.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs.
Так. Окей, мы отойдем, пожалуй.
Lurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance at your service. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Что он продает? Хуйня. 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 Как говорится, шинима хуйня. Ваша хуйня. Так.
Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog. Ripple, welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
Да, пожалуй.
It's true that many of my brethren are enslaved here, but my intellect has secured my freedom. It is my hope that my research will lead to liberation and peace for my people. Such designs are part of why I've devoted myself to studying the Myconids. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. Our kind has suffered needlessly for generations. Do you also seek peace among the Myconids? I know the feeling well. What has driven you from home? You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the lava is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. Moreover, the cranium has undergone severe trauma. It is a miracle the brain functions at all. Extraction would risk much. It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. Of course, I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timisk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timisks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric. The Southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move. She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
My formula will hamper the more harmful effects once the mushrooms are brewed into a potion. Your sanity, however much you possess, should remain intact. May your travels be safe and swift.
Отлично. Так, пожалуй, на этом пока хватит. Увидимся в следующей части.